All rise. Support Court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1063, Ford case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Ford, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. I came here to request to be taken off child support.
All right.
My child is almost 18 right now. I'm still sending cash apps, still taking care of my child, so I'm just confused on how the child is about to be 18. He's in the house with his new fiance, two family.
So here's what we're looking at. A mother asking the court to cancel her child support payments. Not because she's absent, but because she claims she's already providing directly to her son. Now, the big question is, does direct support replace legal obligation? The tension starts right here. She's not denying care, she's challenging the system.
Two-parent home right now, well, two incomes, and I feel like I just need to be taken off.
All right, so you came to court to ask to be taken off child support because he has a two-parent income?
And because I do take care of my child.
All right, so what's the legal basis that you're asking to be removed from child support?
What am I paying child support for when I can take care of my own child? My child is just currently living with him because I'm on the road due to my business and entertainment and stuff like that. But as far as cash apps and financial responsibility, I do that without him. My child is almost 18, so I don't feel like I need to go through him for everything.
Okay, I understand. And you say he's almost 18, so he's 17.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What grade is he in?
He's a senior, 12th.
He's 17, but he's a senior?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, gotcha. When does he graduate?
In May.
All right. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, I just feel like he's a user and I'm taking care of him and his new fiance.
How is he a user?
He's still allowing me to pay child support for a kid that I'm providing full support for.
Now listen to what Mom just said. She feels used. She's paying court-ordered support and sending money on the side. In her words, she's taking care of him and his fiancée. This isn't just about the child anymore. It's about perceived fairness. But here's the twist. Frustration doesn't void legal responsibility. And Judge Vonda's silence here says a lot. She's listening, calculating, waiting to strike with logic.
Right, but you understand you're under a court order to pay child support. That's not necessarily something that he's doing. That's what the court did the first time. You understand that, right?
Yes, but I just feel like he could have denied it or even spoke up and told you guys that I'm taking care of the child financially.
Why would he do that?
Because he don't need my money. I'm taking care of my own child.
Well, let's play devil's advocate a little bit. Would you have done that for him if the roles were reversed?
Yes, ma'am.
You would have opted not to put him on child support.
If he's already provided financial responsibility, exactly, I wouldn't have done that.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
Now pause. Listen to the judge here. She asks Mom, if you weren't getting support, what would you do? That's not just a legal question. That's a gut check. Judge Vonda is testing more than numbers. She's asking about resilience, obligation, and the illusion of control. It's not about who's right. It's about how far someone's willing to go when no one's watching.
I don't know. I see a lot of things when I'm sitting up here, right? So I can't necessarily say you would have done it or you would not have done it, but people in your certain circumstances, I can't say that I've seen them willingly not put the guy on child support when the roles were reversed. So I don't see why that even matters, that you take care of your child, the child lives with him, so you should be paying child support. You'd agree with me, right?
I mean, my child don't have to technically live with him, but you're the judge, so whatever you say.
But he does. I mean, technically, no, he doesn't, but he likes living with his dad, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to unroot him from living with dad if he likes being over there. No, you agree with me?
I agree.
Okay, all right. So is it okay if I move?
So here it is. The judge breaks it down. Support isn't a favor, it's a duty. Doesn't matter if mom feels exploited. The court sees numbers and responsibility. That silence you hear, that's clarity. The law's language isn't emotional, it's arithmetic. And just like that, the drama turns into decimals.
Go over to him. Are you done telling me everything you want me to know?
Yes, ma'am. With just one thing. So even if I'm not taking completely off, I do feel like it do need to be decreased, especially with his age. He doesn't need child care or anything of that nature. So I will be requesting a decrease if it can be just thrown out the court order.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay, sir. Your son lives with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long has he been living with you?
Pretty much all the way up till now, pretty much.
So even as a child from the time this order was entered?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And is it true what she's saying, she give extra outside of paying child support?
I mean, she does. I mean, it's a little little bit here and there, but, you know.
How much child support are you receiving right now?
It's roughly around, it's probably about 700.
Okay. Who carries health insurance?
I do.
All right. How much is your health insurance?
Between, it's around, roughly about 350.
For your son only, or does that include the both
That's
of
for
you?
both of us.
Okay. All right. So if we split that in half, it's $175 a person, right? Okay. And your son is 17. He's still in high school. He graduates high school in May. All right. What other expenses does he have? Like, is he involved in anything extracurricular?
Sports, I mean, he plays basketball, track.
Who pays for basketball?
Me,
Who pays for track?
me as well.
Does mom help out at all with any of those extra expenses?
No, not really.
Wow.
Well, she says she's seen Cash App and such.
I mean, that's, you know, here and there, you know. It's here and there, it's not, yeah.
But sending extra outside of the $700, that counts for something, right?
Counts for some, yeah. I mean, but I feel like, you know, he's with me most of the time, so I feel like, you know, that is needed. So I mean, that's just my opinion.
Okay. What is her visitation like with your son?
She comes with 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes, or he'll stay with her 3 times a week, something like that.
Okay. So is that pretty consistent?
Yeah, it's consistent.
All right. So consistently, I'm back over to you.
Thank you.
Consistently, what does your visitation look like?
Anytime that I'm in Dallas, I'm spending time with my child. And he also does not provide any clothing or anything of that nature for him.
He lives with him, so he has to be.
No, ma'am, I drops all that off. I'm a fashion designer and I have my own clothing line. So my child is always provided with clothes and sneakers, everything he needs for basketball, uniforms and stuff, I cover that. When he needs shoes,
He just said he pays for it.
maybe the training, but as far as his equipment and shoes and stuff, my son asks me for the money for that and I send him the Cash App. I even have the proof.
Does she do that?
I'm paying for that stuff. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, somebody not telling the truth.
Ma'am, I have Cash App receipts to show that I send money for uniforms, sneakers, wristbands, anything, movies, any extra activities my son would like to take part in.
We can call him.
Well, no, we don't want to call him. He's still a child. We don't want to do that. But somebody is not being honest. If she's saying she's sending you money through Cash App, are you putting in the memo line like what it's for?
No, I'm sending it to my son directly.
You're
he has
sending
the
it
bank
to the
account.
child
Yes.
directly. So maybe you just don't know that she's doing that.
I guess that's the case because I don't know anything about that.
What are you paying for exactly?
As far as, I mean, uniforms, I mean, his everyday, I mean, food, I mean, clothes, I mean, everything that he has.
She's saying she
Just
provides
food.
all the clothes.
He just buy food sometimes, and I even send Cash App for pizza and stuff like that. So I'm paying for pizza for him and his fiance and my son as well.
So you're doing more,
Exactly.
is what you're saying. On average, with Cash App, how much would you say monthly you're sending your son?
500 minimum. His sneakers is $200 and better, so I'm buying them 2-3 pair of sneakers a month. Actually, it's probably about $600 a month, ma'am, that I'm sending additional to the child support order.
Okay. And health insurance, is dad only covering that? That's not anything that you're covering?
No, ma'am.
All right. Under your court order, were you ordered to reimburse him for health insurance?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, do you have other children that reside in the home?
Yeah, I have 2 others.
Okay. Do you have any other children?
No, ma'am.
Here's the deal. Legally, you cannot come off of child support just yet. Reason being is that a child that is the rule is you pay child support for a child up until they turn the age of 18 or until they graduate high school, whichever one happens later. Your son is 17, he's still in high school. He doesn't graduate for another few months. So you will be on child support still until he graduates high school. Do you understand that? That's what the law says, all right? Now, what I do think is very telling is that she is paying more. According to what she said, and you didn't refute it, she is paying more than the $700 that she's giving you monthly. So if all of that is assuming that is true, because you didn't say whether or not it was true or not, I think she should get somewhat of a break on the child support, the monthly obligation at least. Health insurance was never ordered for you to reimburse it to him. So what I'll do is just keep it like it is, where you just keep maintaining the health insurance. And you didn't file anything to request that anyway, and you didn't file anything requesting any adjustments to the health insurance. So what we'll do is just decrease your child support to $450, because according to your testimony, you're sending roughly about $500 anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
On Cash App. So we'll just reduce your child support obligation to $450, and you'll have to pay that through graduation, which is another, 6 months or so?
Yes,
something
ma'am.
like that. I think that's fair. I think that's what's in your son's best interest. According to her, she's doing a lot, and she's giving it directly to your son. And unless you have something in writing that can refute that, then I have to assume what she's saying is true.
I have no clue about the Cash App thing. I mean, there was no conversation. I mean, I don't check his Cash App like that.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't have a conversation with your son about that, because it's really kind of inappropriate, for you all to discuss that. But if he's still enrolled in those activities and those activities are still taking place, there has to be some validity to what she's saying if you know that you're not covering that extra. So that's what it'll be. Your child support will be reduced to $450.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I'm tired of taking care of his other kids as well.
Huh?
I'm tired of taking care of his whole household.
You
his
don't
family.
know what, now see, you were starting on a good track. Don't come in here and backslide, okay?
All right, yes,
You do
ma'am.
not know what go on in his house, and quite frankly, it is none of your business. So is there anything further that you have that pertains to your business?
No, ma'am. That's it. That's it.
Okay, do you have anything further?
I'm just ready for this to be over so I can live happy ever after with my wife and
Well,
my kids.
go ahead and live happy ever after, because you all are dismissed.
Great. Thank you.
The room was cold with fluorescent light, but the heat came from 2 hearts that had run out of patience. A mother stared at the table, chewing the inside of her cheek. A father smoothed the crease of his shirt as if it could iron his mistakes. Between them on paper was a number, neat, specific, emotionless. Somewhere outside that number was a child who just wanted a steady world. When the judge asked, if the help stopped tomorrow, what would you do? It sounded simple. It wasn't. The question reached past bank statements into bone. The mother blinked hard, breath catching at the edge of anger and exhaustion. The father looked down, where guilt has a way of sharpening the air. In the pause, You could hear the truth setting its feet on the ground. "I'd do whatever it takes," the mother said first, voice rough with wear. The father nodded. The kind that means I should have said this sooner. The judge didn't smile, but something softened, because resolve, even when late, is still a door you can open. Then came the explanation that law is duty, not favor. That support is a child's right, not a prize or a punishment. No one in the room was the hero. The child didn't need one. The child needed a promise kept. Promises aren't loud. They don't thump on courtroom desks or win arguments online. They show up in ordinary ways. A lunch packed without resentment, a payment sent on time, a bedtime story even when you're tired and broke and small. They show up in the quiet, where no one claps and the only witness is a pair of eyes that believe you. Driving home, the mother breathed differently. She thought about how giving with a clenched fist turns love into a ledger. She didn't want to live like that. She decided to name her boundaries and still choose generosity where it didn't hurt the child. The father, in his own car, made a vow he could measure. Fewer excuses, more receipts. Fewer promises, more proof. He knew responsibility wasn't the absence of struggle. It was a habit of showing up anyway. None of this rewrote their history. They still had the old wounds, the petty texts, the scorecards in their heads. But the child became the center instead of the scoreboard. With the child at the center, things didn't get easier, they got clearer. Clarity has this way of shrinking chaos to the size of a next step. Weeks later, the new rhythm looked plain from the outside. Payments landed. Messages stayed about the child. Pickups and drop-offs were short, kind, and boring in the best way. The child began to draw pictures with both parents in them again, not holding hands, not pretending, just present. On a page full of crayon skies and wobbly houses, presence was a miracle. Here's the part we forget. Justice and mercy aren't enemies. Justice keeps the floor from collapsing. Mercy keeps the ceiling from pressing down. Put the child between those two, and there's room to grow. Put your pride there instead, and something breaks, usually the smallest thing, because it cannot carry the weight. The judge would move on to the next case. The system would keep counting. But what would last was smaller and stronger. Two adults deciding that dignity doesn't require a loser, and love doesn't require applause. The child would feel it first in the body. Sleep coming faster, shoulders dropping, questions quieting. That's how peace arrives, not in speeches, in the nervous system. If you remember one thing, let it be this. A child can thrive on less money and fewer gifts, but not on uncertainty. Be the rhythm they can dance to. Pay what's due. Love without keeping score, and let your everyday choices say the words your pride won't. I'm here, and you can count on me.